Hey folks, I didn't want to make another video, but every time I turn around, I have more information coming in. Um, I've seen video after video today, one from Dabu 007, and now this one from NBC News saying that viruses can survive up to 28 days, scientists say. Like, really? If this was actually the case, then why is my postmaster even not using a mask and not using gloves, okay? So Dabu, hang on, I might find it. Dabu, here we go. Dabu.
Metals that are floating around. A very important video here. Things are changing rapidly out there. And what we have now is some well-timed releases of information through the mainstream. Now we've got to look at this for what it is. First off, this is something we've warned about for years. I initially dropped the Beast blockchain video back in 2017, warning where this was going to go when this got on blockchain. You won't be able to hide your money under your mattress. In the safe, you won't be able to hide it at all. They will know every move. So all of a sudden, throughout everything we've been living through in 2020, they started to take back the coins. They never made no huge announcements saying why. But they said, we're going to take back the coins. It's what started happening everywhere, and they're not giving them back at all. Also, your normal penny right now is worth way more than the 1 cent value on the market than what it's being used for. Not to mention, silver is starting to tick up and it's going to explode. And when it does, all this currency, all these metals that are floating around out there across the country, copper and silver, they're going to be worth something. And people will be cashing them in to get the value out of it. Well, guess what? Your government's one step ahead of you. They're just going ahead and taking it beforehand before they say anything about it. This is huge. And what we said when they started taking back the coin is that you wait till the fiat goes. They're taking your coinage now and not giving it back. You just, the fiat comes. And everyone's always been talking about the death of the dollar, and rightfully so. Trying to get a beat on what's going to happen. But what we're seeing here is about to be the death of fiat. Do you understand this? Let this sink in.
Okay, so is that a bad thing? Is fiat currency a bad thing to get rid of? Leave a comment on that.
Not just the US dollar, you're talking fiat currency globally is about to get wiped out. This is a huge move.
I mean, our government just produces this piece of paper with no gold backing, no petro backing. They just produce this money out of thin air. So, leave a comment.
Huge. And they're not saying a word about it? Of course not. The way that they're playing this is so slick and so smooth. All the lemmings out there in society aren't even asking any questions. It's like boiling the frog. It's happening in such slow motion that it's working to their advantage, and the people don't even realize what's going on. So, not only is this about to happen in mass, they're saying that the use case for cash is plunging. And that's all they got to do is control the narrative, control the headlines, and say this and that, and they'll push it. And the lemming.
And they are controlling the headlines because this is coming out of NBC, LSD. Researchers found that 68-degree Fahrenheit, the virus remains infectious for 28 days compared to influenza A virus that can only survive for 17 days. So, again, why is my postmaster not wearing a mask or gloves? If it stays on paper, then why is our post deliverers not wearing masks or gloves? Leave a comment, please. Don't be mean either.